Hello folks, your standard garden variety Lonnie here, and this update will be a bit more candid than usual, probably the hardest one I've had to make so far. I was planning on getting behind a camera to do it, but no. I stand at a crossroads, and it's a strange position to be in. Many people on this platform would find it an enviable position to be in, and I'm eternally grateful that I've somehow managed to find myself here in the first place. Nearly 4,000 of you have decided to join me on this vast adventure through the DOS gaming catalogue that'll take me the guts of 30 years to complete. The 4,000 number is very special, as it's a very specific total that many predicted I would never reach doing this kind of content. Well, here I am, 5 years of non-stop grafting, with many retro enthusiasts dismissing me as low effort. Now I'm one of those names, one of those retro enthusiasts with a following. My detractors think that producing 4 to 5 videos a week is a simple task that anyone could do. After all, you just hit record 4 times a week and speak into a microphone. It's not hard. So why is it that after so long, I'm still the only one who's doing it on YouTube with that frequency? The formula's right there. Play a random game a few times a week, make insightful and witty comments as you play, rinse and repeat. Most people can play games. Most people can speak into a microphone. Just look at the absolute glut of streamers doing just that all the time. Well, it turns out that doing what I do is absolutely exhausting, and there's a very limited payoff for doing it in this niche. Enough money to pay for the electric, for what amounts to 100-hour work weeks when you factor in my other job. They also look at the feat in isolation. Life has a habit of getting in the way of your best laid plans. To reiterate, I'm not a streamer. These aren't straight live recordings. They're edited. I don't redub anything, but I cut out and streamline and smooth transitions in places. It takes me at least twice as long to do that as it does to record, and that's on a good day. When I'm frustrated at my own performance, it can take an age. At episode 1000 of the Random DOS Game Show, I was faced with a choice: continue my video essays, continue playing random DOS games, or move on to something else entirely, possibly even packing in the whole channel to focus on my career instead. And that's what it could well become, a career rather than a job. The option is there, and people seem open to the idea. But with the increasing automation of the world, I honestly don't know how much longer that will continue. We live in interesting and uncertain times. Destroying my body for comparatively less money each year is not something I want to do deep into my 40s. I chose the former, and 22 episodes in, and I'm burnt out. So I have to think long term, and I think you're smart enough to know where I'm heading with this. I've mentioned it in the past, but there's a very specific type of video I should be making for a very specific audience. And frankly, they're not interested in getting dozens of videos a month. Just 1 or 2 will be fine, thanks. They don't want me to talk about the thousands of games available on the system. Just a clutch of memorable titles they remember playing back in the day, so they can practically point at the screen like the DiCaprio meme and hug the review video like a safety blanket, before leaving a comment that amounts to, "I remember that, I played that," without ever returning to the game in question, or any other DOS games for that matter. They're nostalgia junkies who aren't interested in video game archaeology. I could be playing the best, most unsung DOS game in history. That's exactly the sort of game they would have played, and their response would be casual indifference, because there's no nostalgia attached to it. And I say would have played because most of them don't really play games at all anymore. They just passively consume videos of other people doing things. Thankfully, you find people aren't like that. You're the tiny minority, the subsection of this retro gaming populace that challenges themselves and continues to play. Unfortunately, there aren't enough of you special souls out there to make this channel financially viable. I'm not getting any younger, and neither are the people I care about and look after. And with the age demographic of this channel, I think many of you will understand that. So, it's with great regret that I inform you all that I'll be stopping the Random DOS Game Show. Due to personal obligations, I can't keep randomly playing games 4 to 5 times a week, every week, indefinitely. It's miraculous I even made it to 100, let alone 1000. I'm a stoic by nature, so I'm not going to endlessly gush out all my personal concerns to YouTube of all places. I respect my audience enough to respect my privacy, and join enough dots to nod knowingly and accept my choice. I'm very lucky with regards to my health, let's just put it like that, and leave it there. I expect at least 2 others to try and take up that mantle, and they have my blessing. Check out DOS Gamerman and Batman's Left Nostril, and if you want random DOS gaming content from Twitch instead, there's always MZZ and Sonneveld, among many others. Maybe there's somebody just watching this, waiting, thinking to themselves, gosh, I wish I could have done the Random DOS Game Show. Maybe they'll come along and do it better than I ever could. Who knows? Anyway, whoever you are, whether I know you or not, the ball's in your court. Don't fumble it. As for Get Off My Lawn, it'll be rebranded in 2025 with an increasing focus on scripted videos and possibly hardware. Having said that, I'm not going to transform into a hardware-orientated, bland meat puppet that people can live through vicariously, amble off to a car boot sale, uncover an old IBM with a Model M keyboard for dirt cheap somehow, play a few minutes of Hallmark titles with it and pretend that this antique is the greatest thing ever, unlike those damn new computers with their parallel processing and colour screens. Ugh. Then after I've got enough footage of clicking keys and humming and disk drives on my fancy £1,000 camera to stash the machine away in some warehouse and never touch it again, I'm not gonna pretend to be calming, relaxed, and wanting to spend most of my time troubleshooting hardware issues and talking about big beige boxes while reminiscing about the past. You see, there's already a guy doing that. He's brilliant and genuine and does it better than anyone. I'm not interested in turning into one of his many clones, as he's far better than I could ever be, having watched him for over 15 years now. No, I'm not talking about Phil's Computer Lab, though you should check him out too. What I am is someone with very poor fine motor skills, someone who isn't mechanically minded, and watching me attempt to troubleshoot old computers might be fun on some kind of tragic, let's all laugh at Lonnie level, but it would be excruciating for me. What I'll do in the next year is show my face more. Try to do more scripted pieces that aren't part of my DOS Gaming is Better marathon video series, and return to my quick review series, with some different choices. You can also expect production quality to go up significantly. So yeah, here's to 4K. Thanks everyone for listening to me talk over the top of the Random DOS Game Show and for joining the channel. And here's to the steady potential march towards 5K and then 10K and beyond. Who knows? That or everyone will abandon me for selling out. Wait, where are you going? Until next time.